Okay. So, like I was saying, I had to stay up on my game. I had to pay attention to my surroundings a little bit more. And but I had some drinks in me and stuff. So I'm just like, you know what? I know he not a full on like gang stalker. I know they trying to flip him, but I was feeling myself, and not only feeling myself, like that's just my personality. I'm like, hold up, nigga. Like, I don't care what you do with this gang stalking stuff they trying to like induct you into. But when you with me, like, we not doing that. I don't care, I'm like, I don't care if I never see you again, but tonight, we not doing that. Thank you. I do remember telling him that. And then like I got some haters, like I said, that's a part of my perpetrators talking about something. Oh, he's looking at my body. Just I'm telling you, my shit is so whack with the wackest people in the world. Like, so fucking whack. Oh, I sent him a naked picture of me and he wanna see me and all of this stuff. This is the voice to skull stuff. So I'm just like, okay. So now I'm trying to tap out. I'm trying to tune out. It's a little hard because I'm drinking, blah, blah, blah. So I'm trying to, and y'all forgive me if I'm making this sound exciting. There's nothing exciting about being gang stalked. There's nothing exciting about voice to skull. I'm just telling y'all my experience. And again, my perpetrators are people that I know, you know. So it's weird. It's weird. It's a weird mind fuck. Not so much now, but anyway, so back to the story. I just don't want to make it seem like it's all good. I was in a hospital and a whole bunch of other things behind all of this, and I was actually hurt that the people who are here and confused by some of them. So I do want to give that disclosure, but anyway, so they doing all kind of like childish stuff and trying to divert his attention, but he's doing it. So I'm like, okay, he might. It was so confusing because on one hand I'm like, he's doing. I don't know. I could just be, the Lulu, and he a gang stalker the whole time. It could have all been a plan. Who knows? They send people. Who knows? But I'm telling you the mindset I was in. So, cause I'm like, either way, I'm enjoying myself. Let me tell you what this perp did. And when I said this perp, I'm talking about the perp, the dude I was on a date with. So I'm in a club again at the R&B event, trying to enjoy myself. Right? I'm noticing like stupid stuff that he's doing, little street theater and directed stuff that they're telling him to do. And one thing they did was they started sharing my TikTok stuff. Like, I made a TikTok. I had a surgery some months ago and I had my faja on. I don't know if it was the one from TikTok or if it was just downloaded videos, because I be at home dancing in the mirror, twerking, exercising, working out. Like, child, please. I be chilling, right? So I don't know if then they was doing like the little dance I was doing in there. And then I'm hearing my ex narcissistic husband, again, who's one of my perpetrators, in voice to skull, saying, look at her and laugh at her. So he looking, laughing. Some other guys come looking at their phone, doing the dance that I was doing, laughing. Some other people like laughing and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, that was cute. That kind of like threw me off a little bit or whatever. But I mean, I like the video. So like, if it was either video it was, I mean, I'm like, okay. But it did throw me off a little bit because that was kind of like, wow, that was a stab right there. That was a stab. And that solidified his gang stalking. I still was like, yep, let me get a drink. And, I'm still trying to like, now I'm like in my head, like whatever. And I think that's when I started to tell him, look, this gang stalking shit, whatever. Plus I'm feeling good. I'm happy to be out the house. So for me, I'm just like, dude, you're harmless. That's how I felt. Naive me. I'm like, he's harmless. He's doing what he's told. So not only does that make you a perp, that make you a simp, because you don't even know what you don't even know. Like then they it's so many things, like the gun of it all. That's a whole nother part. they was saying like on my now on my way to him, I did hear him and I heard them saying she ain't got no gun and all that. And my ex husband, no, I got a gun. He the one. Did he buy it for me? We went together and got the gun, so he knew I had a gun. But telling the dude I don't have none. So it was kind of like they was also like playing on his top too. It was crazy, right? It was crazy. But here I am still going. So desperate, huh? I mean, it's slow days as a Ti. Okay, never again though. So after the club, we get a little bite to eat or whatever, whatever. He's still being like a gentleman. He's doing perp shit, but the perp shit not hitting because I hear them telling him to do it. He even went so far as there's this sound that this racist lady used to make where I used to work. Like when you think I can't do it. It's when you thinking about something and you make a time like a time clock sound. I don't know how to describe it, but he started doing that, and I was like, oh, okay, that's okay, all right. That was another little jab, you know. I hadn't heard that sound in a long time, but okay, all right, whatever. I'm brushing everything off because it's not hitting because I can hear you. So it's like, okay, that was cute, I had to process it the day after, but in that moment I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm looking at him, he's tall. Again, we talking about slow days for a Ti, okay? And I'm making my decision, okay, what I'm doing after this, whatever, whatever. So I'm like, okay, nothing much, whatever. I might just go chill, whatever. So I decide to go, have another little drink by his place or whatever. Boom. So we're chilling, watching TV, talking, whatever, whatever. And then while we talking and stuff, the voice, the V, I can hear the V2K like a little bit louder, like he did something to tune it up or to do something. And I don't know if they was watching us through the TV or through something. It was like, oh, you're whore. You're everything they said about you. I knew it. And it was like all of them at once trying to embarrass me because I was, at his house or whatever, whatever. And I'm just like, what the hell? So I guess that was designed once again to like, oh my God, I'm broken. Like, no, it didn't do nothing. I was nowhere near. When I tell you, I was just like, okay, I heard that voice. I was like, damn. And I realized like this other dude who really was a honeypot. He was in there, from way months and months. No, a year ago, almost a year ago. I was like, damn. So I was just like, okay, so that was a little bit shocking-ish. Although it was, they just be doing the most, right? Stupid, childish, no kind of like, no intellectual, the things that they do, the tactics that they specifically use, don't take no kind of intellectual thought. It's all devious, low down, dirty. Nothing like smart. Nothing that would. If I can hear the play, how can it affect me in the same way if I just get surprised by it, right? They just do silly stuff. I mean, they hear. I'm sure they could hear now, and they're gonna reprogram and do it. And try to do it. I mean, I'm directing them in a sense. It's just so needless to say, I never talked to him again, but he's a full-on perpetrator now against me, right? I'm sure, I don't know what they offered him. I don't know how that shit worked with the pay. I don't know if they gave him something. I don't know if he just liked to do it. I don't know if he's just afraid, because they used to make real threats to people. Now they made it as a part of something that they repeat over and over as a joke. But they used to like threaten people, like if you blah, and I could hear them. So I don't know if they don't have the right signaling or they want me to know that they're the ones with the power. Maybe that's why my ex does that. I don't know. But I don't know. I just, that was a crazy experience. And yeah,